here or we'll never move and his But I told Rebecca she didn't need. Yeah, so my son does stuff like that. You know, and now he's buddy with all these.
Do you mind giving me your name? It's just for the
city
minutes.
council.
In standby one.
Yeah.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening and welcome to the June 10th, 2014 meeting of the Long Meadow Select Board. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The purpose of our meeting tonight is a single agenda item, and it is following the tradition of the Long Meadow Select Board that is following the town election that we reorganize. And so before we do that, I'll just find out if there is, because it is an official select board meeting, if there's anybody who has any public comments, and I don't believe there are, and see if there's any select board members who have any select board comments, and we can also follow up with that. Being none, I am going to open up the floor for nominations for the position of chair of the select board.
I move to nominate Richard Foster as chairman of the select board.
Is a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Do we have any discussion?
It's already in the weekly report we received today, so we might as well vote for it.
I saw that too. I just want to make a quick comment, not in terms of a discussion, probably should go at the end of the meeting, but I just wanted to comment on the, and thank Marie Angelides for her work as the chair in the past year. There was a lot to do. I think people who saw the last select board meeting saw the list of things that were accomplished. We did accomplish a lot. Certainly there's always a lot more to be done, and Richard, my hope is that upon your election you pick up the baton and move forward and accomplish anything that we didn't get to last year, and then a few things that we don't even know we need to get to this year. So, any other comments? No. Then I'll call for a vote. All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Any opposed? The record show is a unanimous 4-0 vote. And I'm going to accept the nomination for vice chair of the Long Meadow Select Board. Nobody, I've heard no nomination.
Oh, I thought you said you were accepting.
No.
I'd like to nominate Paul Santinello for the vice chair position.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Again, I'll ask for if there are any comments. There are none. Therefore, I'll call for a vote. All those in favor of Paul Santinello as vice chair of the select board, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Again, it's a unanimous 4-0 vote. And finally, the last position we have is clerk. And we have filled the clerk so that on evenings like this, where our recording secretary is not present, we do have somebody designated to take the notes. So I'll entertain a motion for clerk of the select board.
I'll move to make Mark Gold the clerk of the select board.
Second.
See, I didn't know if I was going to second that or not because I liked you, but that's
right. You know, I actually looked this up. It's William Tecumseh Sherman who said, if nominated, I won't run, and if elected, I won't serve, but I'm not going to say that. Just in case
It's
I need.
the best position on the board, too. That's why everybody wants it.
In
Well,
case I needed it, I looked up
I
who
will
said
say
it.
on the merits that Mark probably has the greatest attention to the minutes and takes the most copious notes. So I think this.
For the fun of it.
Yeah.
For the fun of it. And I think the community will be well served with Mark as clerk.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, all those in favor of the motion for Mark Gold as clerk of the select board, please raise your hand. Aye. Any? Okay, and again, it is unanimous, a 4-0 vote. Is there any other business to be brought before the select board tonight? There was nothing on the agenda.
I'd just like
but-
to make a comment if I
Go
could. You know, Mark, you talked about, thanking Marie, and I'd like to thank Marie as well, because, as being the chair when we went through the search for a town manager, and being the chair with a town manager who's in their first year is, I'm sure, just as equally as a tough task. And I'm hoping, as you mentioned, that with the search for a town manager, the casino negotiation behind us, that we can now concentrate on the future for Long Meadow. And so I'm looking forward to this year. And I think at some point in time, I'll send my suggestions for agenda items to the chair. But I think that, hopefully we can move forward and put the town on the right track, because I think we spent a lot of time dealing with things that aren't the day-to-day activities of running Long Meadow.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Yeah,
Richard?
I'd comment too. I mean, the reason, Marie's not here because she's on vacation with her daughters. And I wish to extend thanks to, I think, past chairs especially know what the year was like, even a normal year without a major issue. I'm going to be gifted or cursed because I have 3 past chairs serving on the board. So I'm sure there'll be guidance given that has never been given before. So it should be a very interesting year. And Mr. Gold talked about dredging up some of the things that we've passed, and he's right. We'll bring back some of the old items, and we'll also mix in some new items. But I do look forward to it, especially with the fact that we have such a senior staff up here of being able to go back for guidance to lead us in this year when we get into an area where we're a little weak. So I appreciate the confidence of the board in placing me in the chair position also.
Alex? Go ahead.
And again, I'd like to echo the comments that everyone else has made about Marie's tenure as chair. I have been struck by how hard she's worked. The effort behind it is really something that probably most people in town don't appreciate, and I'm not sure I even appreciated before I got into this board. So I think we owe it to Marie to thank her for the hard work that she's done and her willingness to keep serving for another 3 years.
Thank you. I think I've said what I'm going to say. I think, again, as everybody's indicated, I was going to go back, and I think I'll do it probably as a comment at our next meeting, because this is officially the last meeting we'll have in fiscal year no, it isn't. We have one more meeting in fiscal year 2014 before we start fiscal year 2015 on July 1st. And I'm going to go back and count how many times the select board met, but my guess is the number is very high. And I think it's worth everybody noting that the high point or low point, as you see it, was the night we were here after the lights went off, working by our cell phone lights, because it's the only light we had in the high school. Anyway, that's the only business we had to conduct tonight. I'll entertain
Motion
a
to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.